Hi, Finney. It's Mrs. Pridmore and Preston this week. He's going to be my helper. We're going to talk about the science of sound. So I know some of you have already watched Miss Clemenson's video that she posted about all of the cool things you can do with a toilet paper tube. And I'm in that video, and I made an instrument in that video. We're going to make that instrument again, but I also wanted to show you a couple other things you can do with some things around your house. Did you know that sound is made out of waves?
No.
They're invisible waves. So it's not like waves that you can see from the ocean. They're waves that travel through the air that we can't see. When you hear an instrument like my ukulele, you hear sound being produced on the strings, and then it travels through the air, and you can't even see it until something picks it up. So my strings are vibrating, and they're making waves. Well, we're going to try to do some experiments today to make those waves visible, and then I'm going to give you some activities so that you can produce your own sound waves. Let me show you. We got a lot of stuff out, didn't we? Can you hold up the wax paper? So this is for the first one. We need wax paper and a toilet paper tube and a pencil and some sort of circle tracer. We're using a paper plate. A little bit later, we're going to make a phone out of 2 cups and a string. You probably are going to want a string longer than the one that I got. Oh, you need a rubber band too for that first experiment. And the other things that we got out, we just got out some little cups with water in them. Mine are silly cups. They're cupcake cups and they have feet. We use them for birthdays. And then I have a bowl that we stretched some plastic wrap over the top of. And then do you see what I got out there? What is that?
Whoa.
The sprinkles. Look. Sprinkles are fun. Little teeny tiny rocks, even some dirt would do if you have something that you can sprinkle on top. So I'm so excited. What do you think we're going to do with all this? What do you think we're going to do with all this?
Do a science.
Yep, science. We're going The first thing that we're going to make is our toilet paper kazoo. And like I said, it's in the art video, but I wanted to make sure it was really easy for you to find it in this video too. So can you hold on to the toilet paper tube? Now, I already got this part started, but I took my plate and my pencil and I traced my plate onto my wax paper so I can make sure to get a nice circle. And I'm gonna finish cutting that out right now. Okay, now we need to put a hole in the toilet paper tube just to make sure that we have somewhere on the toilet paper tube for the sound to come out of. So this is the membrane that's going to vibrate. Do we have a drum nearby? Can you go get go get a drum? I think it's right there on the countertop back there. Okay, cool. So he's gonna get the drum. So the drum has a membrane on top here. When I pat the top, this is what vibrates on the instrument. Now, if you want to get really fancy, here's a word for you. In music, when we have an instrument where the membrane is the thing that vibrates, it's called a membranophone, which is fun to say if you want to try to say it. Membranophone. So we are actually making a membranophone right now. Okay, and then when you hum into it, can you hum into it? Hum harder, hum louder. There you go. You get a silly sound. Your voice is making sound waves, and that's making the membrane on the end vibrate. You could probably argue this is an aerophone because we're blowing a little bit of air into it. But really what's making the sound is the force of your voice making the end vibrate. So there you go. There's your toilet paper kazoo. That's pretty fun, huh? All right, let's try something different. So the next craft that we're gonna make, our next science experiment, is a phone. This is an old-fashioned phone. I just have 2 cups. You can use paper cups or plastic cups, or if you have cans and you have a grown-up who can help you poke holes in your tin cans, that works too. So I have my string and I tied a knot in it and I fed it through so that it sticks in my cup. And then I'm going to feed this side of my string through this cup. Pinch it. It's a little tricky. There we go. And then I'm going to tie a knot there. If you have trouble, maybe you could get a family member to help you do that. Now you get that end, and I get this end. Now you have to go pull the string tight, but not too tight. Go pull the string tight. Walk away a couple steps. Okay, not too tight. Now I'm going to say hi and you listen. Hello, how are you doing today? Oh, can you back up a little bit? Back up a little bit? Okay, try that again. No, oh, back up. We have to keep the string tight. That's the trick. Isn't this really cool how you can hear me? The reason it works... Oh!
String snaps.
String snaps. That's okay. We can just feed it back through. But the reason it works is because the sound of our voices is making what vibrate? It's traveling through the
air.
Well, but it's being, you're right, it is traveling through the air, but it's making the cups vibrate, and which is making the strings vibrate. And so the waves, the sound waves, are traveling from my cup all the way through the string to get to your cup on the other side. Let's do it one more time. I wonder how many friends from school are gonna make a phone.
Me too.
I hope they show us on Flipgrid and send us a video. Next, we're gonna get our bowl, and I put plastic wrap on top of my bowl, and I'm gonna make sure that it's really tight. Can you pick up the drum over there again? If you've ever looked closely at a drum, you'll see that the top is stretched really tight, huh? There's no wrinkles in it. So I'm gonna try to make this sort of like a drum. Okay, now your job is to put some sprinkles on it. Do you think you can do that? Oh, now don't blow on it, or that defeats the purpose. Yeah, we're gonna spread it out a little bit on here. Now, can you hold it right there? Can you hold it right there nice and steady? Now I'm gonna get down right on level and I'm gonna sing it. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Do you see them bouncing?
Yes.
No, they bounce more when I go, you, right?
Yep. They
So-
bounce a lot.
Isn't that so cool? Isn't that so amazing?
Yes, how it bounces.
They bounce, and they bounce because my voice is making the saran wrap vibrate. So I want you to maybe do an experiment. What if you got down and you put your mouth really close to the saran wrap and you said all of your ABCs, and I want to see if you can figure out what letter of the alphabet sound you can make that makes the sprinkles bounce the most. Another fun thing to do if you have a speaker, or like, a little external speaker, maybe for some music that you're playing that you put really close. If you put it right next to the saran wrap, you can watch the sprinkles bounce from the sound waves that are coming out of your speaker. Give it a try.
Wow.
Wow.
You should try it.
You should try. Now that I got sprinkles all over my table, I've got one more experiment for you guys. So I have here my banjolele. I'm going to put it on the table, and I am going to get, I got my cupcake cup out that I showed you earlier with the silly feet. It has just a little bit of water in it. And I'm going, yeah, Preston's gonna help me. I'm gonna put the water cup on my ukulele, and then Preston is going to help show when we shine a light on the water with my flashlight here. You're gonna be able to see the sound waves when we push the strings, or when we brush the strings on the banjolele. So, you don't need the light at home. This is just so that you can see the reflection in the water. So, watch when I strum my ukulele. Can you see the sound waves inside the cupcake
Yes.
container? Look, let's do it again. Woo! And I'll try to do it without rocking the ukulele so you can see it's really the sound that's making it flow. Hold the light right in there. There it is.
You can really see the sound waves in there.
You can. That's a fun fun experiment to try if you have a string instrument. Just be really careful not to get water on your instrument because that would be kind of a bummer. So I hope that you guys had a lot of fun coming on our science adventure, and I hope that you give some of those a try. I miss you.
I hope all of you do.
Oh yeah, we want to see your videos. Have a good week, you guys. Bye. Talking about sound waves this week, I wanted to show you that if you go to Chrome Music Lab, like we've been playing with for the last 2 weeks, there is actually a sound wave box here. So I'm going to click on this one. So it's not in the top row, you have to keep going. It's this one right here. And if I click on the sound waves, then I get this little keyboard down here. And when I play the keys on the keyboard, you'll see these dots move so that you can see what the sound waves look like. Check it out. Isn't that cool? So that's kind of like if we were able to see sound travel through air, that's exactly what it would look like. And I thought that that was kind of cool. I really like that. Isn't that nice? So go through the sound waves part of Chrome Music Lab today, play a little song, and see what your sound waves will look like in your song.